there is absolutely no doubt there is a lot of time and energy going into how concussion is managed in professional sport. And all the national sporting governing bodies are working extremely hard on that at the moment. So obviously the Rugby Union have now HIA, or head injury assessments. So if anyone has a concussive incident, that will be managed appropriately. They also have independent match doctors now, so it takes away some of the onus on the pitch side medical staff making those huge decisions. And also the pressure, when I was working at Bristol Rugby back then, as it's Bristol Bears now, you know, you would have your mic on and you'd run on the pitch and you'd have some angry coach saying, don't you dare take him off, even though you know, he was clearly concussed. And you know, I remember many a scenario, and if that player saw this now, he'd know who he was, you know, me hanging off the shirt tails of players trying to pull them off, because one of the signs and symptoms is, you know, a little bit of aggression, and you know, you'd know that they'd had a concussive incident.
Hard to spot that in rugby though, isn't it? I mean, it's there from the outset.
I knew he was like a puppy dog in the clinic room normally, so I knew that there had been an incident. But you know, their player would want to stay on, so there was player pressure to stay on. The coaches would want them to stay on, yet the medical staff would find it incredibly difficult to bring people off.
Well, it's a very public incident of that, wasn't there? Was it the recent World Cup? There was a goalkeeper went up for a ball and got head contact with another player.
Martinez,
and they kept him on the pitch, and I think everybody watching said that man's got concussion. He must have.
I feel very sorry for the Football Association at the moment, because at least with rugby they have made an intent to make that safer with the independent match doctor and taking that sort of onus off the hands of those pitchside medical staff. In football, they've really pushed hard to get what they call temporary concussion substitutions, so that they can take a player off and make accurate and safe decisions. But unfortunately, they haven't done it yet, and it's still not crossed the line for them to do that.
I think it was evident to everybody in that particular match that there's no way he was coming back on the pitch. I mean, he certainly wouldn't have come back on in a rugby match, would he? It was just obvious that he had concussion.